Hello guys, today we are going to make CRUD application using ASP.NET MVC C# language. So we'll just open our Visual Studio 2019 Community Edition and we'll search for MVC. This will be the third option. It's called ASP.NET Web Application in C#. You create next. You can call it as a CRUD and create. I think CRUD exists, so we'll say CRUD with MVC. okay, and here MVC, we have to take the add folders and core references, so automatically the references, the basic references and MVC folder structure will be automatically created by Visual Studio, and that's it. So once you do this, it will get our things ready. As discussed in the previous tutorial, how we created the database table for employee. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a CRUD application for employees. So you can edit the employees, you can read the employees from database, you can update, like you can change their salary, you can change their name, and you can also delete the employee. Okay, so first of all we'll create a controller called MVC controller. We'll go with empty controller and call it employee controller. Okay, and then what we are going to do is we are going to add, I will keep on saving the things, we're going to add another class for model known as model class. Okay, so we have added the model class, we have made our controller. Also, in order to interact with the database, we'll need another class in model known as context.cs. We'll add this also. Okay, so we are done with the setup of M and C. For the view part, we will directly go to our controller, and depending on the methods, we'll be creating the views. So that's the later part. Okay, so what I think is we should go from context, because context or model. First of all, let's go to model. In model, we already have the employee, employee model. We can call it as employee also. So let's read that. Employee, be consistent. So we'll rename it to employee. Okay, yeah, it will rename everything. So that's a good thing about so these won't change, because this is a model. We are referring to this models, and then hope you get it. Okay, now so what we are going to do is initialize the parameters. So write public int employee ID. Okay, and then we'll initialize the getter setters for it. Then what we are going to do is public string employee name. I think you can keep it as this also. So see, some things you have to remember as per the conventions of .NET framework. So the case sensitivity, you need to be very careful about it. Another thing is, another field is called public int employee salary. So that we will keep it as make it ready as getter get set. Okay, now So our fields are here initialized. Now what we are going to do is we can even write here. So now we are going to make this context clear. So public class context, and then first of all we have to connect our this context class to the SQL database. So we'll name it as SQL connection. So con is equal to new SQL connection, and then we have to tell the data source is equal to, we'll blank now, we'll just make the structure of this code initial catalog, and then we'll fill the blanks. Okay, and this also will keep it empty. Yeah, it's okay. And then integrated security is equal to nothing. Okay, we need to make sure that we close with a semicolon here. Now let's go to our database. Here our server name is this one. Even you can see here. Also, if you want, you can just click on connect, go to database, copy this name, you can keep it connected, no problem, and just paste it here. So you can say data source is equal to no need to add any semicolons, the brackets or anything. Put it, and you need to make sure that it can recognize the slash, so we do double slash. Initial catalog, what will be our initial catalog? So when you go to our database has our server has two databases right now, employee and product. So we are interested in the employee one. So what will we call our initial catalog? Initial catalog as employee. Okay, employee, and then we'll mark integrated security is equal to true. Okay, and then we will initialize our list object. So first of all, we are using the list to do our reading of the data from database. Get employee. This is the method right now we are giving right now. Get employee, and then as I said, it's a list. So list employee, and we'll call it as list obj, that list object equal to new list employee. Okay, so this is how you initialize the list object. Now it's time to get the data from SQL server into our context class using SQL commands. So SQL command we can call it as cmd is equal to new SQL command, and you can call it as here the stored procedure, and then connection. I'll show you how stored procedure is created. So when you go to our database, when you go to employee, and when you go to programmability in the stat stored procedure, you can see here, you can see here that there is a SP underscore employee. I will modify it. I have already created this stored procedure because I can easily show you. It's nothing but like here you will write create instead of alter. So what you are going to do is create procedure known as dbo.sp underscore employee. You just need to worry about this name. Okay, begin, and then what is the most important thing is this is select star from this. That's it. It will just we are just reading the data, right? So to read the data, select star from this. So you just need the name of this procedure known as sp underscore employee. What you're going to do is you just copy paste it here, and you are actually using that stored procedure in your application. And then you have to open the connection. So opening and closing of connection is very important as per the security perspective. Okay, and then what we are going to do is we will tell our application, our command, that's SQL command. So what's the type of the command? So we have to specify the type of the command. So command type dot stored procedure. So this is our command type, and then SQL database data adapter. We have to initialize the data adapter as data adapter cmd. So we have done the data adapter thing, then we have to do data table thing. See, these are the procedures. Don't worry why I am easily able to program this, and you guys might be thinking, oh, how there is no logic in this case. These are the rules and regulation which you need to follow. So you have to remember some things, or you can just use the Google to know how you can establish the connection and how can you do the query. So we will the data table, data adapter, we will use it to fill the data table. Okay, and then we'll use the for each loop, and we'll call data row, okay, as dr in data table dot rows. Okay, so it will go through each and through the loop, and what we want basically is we want the employee object to be filled with whatever data is there in the database. So this employee ID, we'll make sure that we convert it to the 32 base, and this is a row initialization. Hope you are getting it right. So we got, this is the first one, so it's like we start with 0. Similarly obj, so let me just scroll a bit so you guys can see it. Okay, so obj dot employee name is equal to, we'll convert this to integer or string, right, because it's a string, and then we will call it data row 1. We'll give this number 1. Now we forgot the brackets. Of course, it's very obvious to have the bracket here. Okay, and the third column, what's the third column? Salary. So we are just working with 3 columns for now, as I have shown you before.